These are the blueprints of the Conrad study. A guest will be arriving at 7. We have to have the bonfire at 6:30. What about metal detectors? Charity Boyd is asking us to keep a low profile. We'll go with wands, twin front, and a back. Is checking service proceeding? In the list of who's working on the facility and find out security will check all IDs. Here's a list of the entourage that's arriving. What are you talking about?
Apparently, Mayor Techno has contacted Washington and he can put in charge of security.
Is there anything else about this? No. And he won't be happy about it. But
Hello. Okay, hit the wrong one. We went wrong again. Okay, so how is everybody tonight? Can you hear me? Here's a question. Do I need to turn off both mics? Okay, you can hear me because I can hear myself out in the living room. Okay, so now I need to get a link. Everybody make sure you're hitting the like and share. Let's send Shinobi a link. Maybe a couple other people. Not clear, but very loud. Okay, let's see. There we are. That's the chat, right? Oh, crap. How did I get it there? Okay. Hello, Shinobi.
Hi, how you doing?
Good.
Hang on a minute. I need to mute this.
Okay, so people are saying I wasn't loud and clear, so let's.
There.
Draw cam. Kids. Okay, how am I now, people? Can you hear me? Clearly, I guess is more the question. Since everybody was saying I was loud before, am I quite as loud?
Yeah. The good news is I could hear you while I was in chat.
Yeah. You could hear me clearly, just loud, or just.
Loud and clear.
Okay, am I too loud now out there? And honestly, look, Dillard saying, look at Shinobi, pretending he isn't a snake in the grass that talks about my weight behind my back. And Dillard Evans saying, are you anorexic, Dillard? Metal says, yeah, we only talk about Diller's weight to his face.
But
And then Dillard says, I heard him say my belt needs a raise and a pension. So, how are you doing this week?
I'm doing all right. Before the stream started, I was having a talk with a friend. She does like she likes the shinobi concept, but she said it should be a panda. But she said it should be a panda instead of a raccoon.
Shinobi.
I don't know. That sounds a little too much like Kung Fu Panda, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, even the raccoon does, but you gotta have. It's a Kung Fu Panda, a Shinobi raccoon, right?
Yeah. I mean, what I meant was Shinobi
Karate
Panda.
cat.
Well, I meant Shinobi Panda sounds a little too much like Kung Fu Panda. There's already a Shinobi Sasquatch in the making.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's that book's. Is it already done yet or not? I'm not sure.
I have absolutely no idea. I have not been. That was a book I didn't back.
Yeah, same here. I would have liked to, but I don't got money.
I was a little on the. I was a little on the fence with that because when I saw it, I was like, "Why is Hank McCoy in an Indiegogo comic?" No offense to anybody who backed it, but when I first saw it, that's what it looked like to me.
You thought it was Beast?
It looked a lot like Beast, but then I got to look and it's like, wait, this isn't Beast.
It was just beastly.
Well, it is a Sasquatch.
Evan says, I heard there's a headless ninja in the making as well.
We're bringing ninjas back one concept at a time.
Well, I think the ones that made ninjas famous for the good, anyways, is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Turtles in a half shell. Turtle power.
And no, I am not copying this. And no, I am not redrawing this Goku drawing. I'm just using it as a reference.
Metal says, there's always a headless ninja in the making when ninjas are bad at their job.
That is true.
Actually, wouldn't it be there's always a headless ninja making when ninjas are good at their job?
Depends on the ninja, but there have been some recordings of ninjas being beheaded when they were bad at their jobs too. Or
yeah, other ninjas would take other ninjas' head, right?
Yeah, but sometimes
you got a headless ninja.
Well, sometimes that was the punishment, and sometimes they would get beheaded when they got caught.
Yeah. Or in a fight or whatever. Dillard says, heroes in a half shell, Rick, not turtles in a half shell.
Good point. Depending on which interpretation of the turtles you're talking about, but then again, it was always heroes in a half shell for those versions that used it. Because I don't think the 2003 ever said heroes in a half shell. It was just Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Metal says, no, we take no prisoners. Decapitate all those caught. I'm not even talking about other ninjas caught. I'm just talking about in the heat of battle, they slice off their heads.
Well, from what I understand, the ninja's main purpose is for espionage. It was very rare that they were set out to kill somebody.
Yeah, but you've seen these ninja battles before, right? Ninjas battling each other.
Yeah, some were decapitated, others were stabbed to death, and
Yeah, I'm just saying that's another way you could, in the heat of battle, become headless.
it doesn't. Wait, when you're a ninja, it doesn't matter how you do the job; just do it.
Dylan says, "Why is Shinobi tracing? Somebody stop him!"
I told you. Does this look like I'm tracing to you?
He's mimicking.
I mean, tracing would require some kind of tracing.
Yeah, you'd have to blow the picture up bigger.
Yeah, I have
light-
to blow the entire image, lighten it up, and then draw over it. But that's not what I'm doing.
But Dylan's just trying to mess with you.
Oh, so that's who said that. Yeah, he's joking.
Evan says, or when they commit Sudoku. When they commit Sudoku?
I think he means Senpuku.
They get a book and try and fill in all these numbers?
Sudoku's a board game.
They're not even sure. Wouldn't call it a board game, but
Well, okay, I'm thinking about the wrong thing, but it is a game.
yeah, it's it's like a crossword but with numbers.
Yeah.
And Metal says yes, they were permanent. They're primarily information and gatherers, despite what Hollywood tries to tell you.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be kind of hard to kill somebody in a heavily guarded castle. Then, which is funny because even in the early Hollywood movies, whenever I would see a ninja in like a Bond movie or something, they were usually on guard duty.
So let's see. Diller wanted to see my. Let's see. Dillard says, doesn't he know tracing is for tracers? No, it's a board game, says Evan. Dillard says, please show us a reference of what you are attempting to draw. And take your time, please. Metal says, it's kind of a meme to say Sudoku instead of Seppuku.
That's what it's called.
And Dylan says, information gathered for like scam callers. Ninjas are whack.
Well, tell that to the four pizza eating reptiles that made him look cool.
And Evan says, yes, show us Saku. Eagle says he's watching with a couple of eyes. And Evan says, Rick, this is a very inappropriate pose to be drawing. Why? You don't see nothing? She's showing nothing for Christmas. Little bad pun.
Okay.
Bad parody.
But yeah, the only time I ever trace it's when it's over one of my own pencil drawings.
Yeah, I'll be tracing this too. Once I get all my pencils in, and go over to ink.
That's the only time you'll see tracing on my end.
It says not yet. She isn't. Metal says that's just a very inappropriate show.
Hang on a minute.
But this is After Dark, so whatever, says Metal. Evan says that looked 1 second away from inappropriateness. Well, it's 1 second away. And then, of course, we know me. I'll mess it up, and it won't look anywhere close to that good. Oh yeah, you said you're doing Goku?
Who said anything about doing Goku? I'm just using that pose as a reference.
Oh, okay. Okay. You're just using the Goku pose as reference. So
Yeah.
what are you drawing? I guess assumed you were doing Goku with using him as a reference.
This is just a character for the comic. I'm just an idea I'm showing for a friend.
Oh, cool. Always good. Metal says, no, Rick, you must have confidence in yourself so your skills can flourish. I do. I have confidence in myself, Metal, but I'm also realistic of where my skills are at, too.
Nothing wrong with that. Know your limits.
Know your limits so you can push them when it's appropriate.
Yeah. Although I was
strong.
yeah. Although this is more game related than anime related, I was I was looking through some Capcom stuff for the draw along for drawing quarter tomorrow.
What are they doing for?
It's Capcom related, so Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Street Fighter, Mega Man, stuff like that.
Yeah, I'd like to do a Mega Man. I might do a Mega Man if I do a draw along.
I was thinking about doing that.
Go ahead.
I was thinking about doing that too, but this took priority.
Yeah. Let's see. Evan says, is there no wholesome reference where she's baking a nice pie in the kitchen wearing an apron? I'd say no.
Who's this?
I did think about doing this one as a reference.
That's not misogynistic or anything.
Also thought of this one for reference.
Hang on a minute.
Well, nobody can really see it.
Right.
Got mine on that small thing here. So I'll show those again. So I thought of using this one for reference. This a little. Evan's drawn.
Oh, I know who that is. That's the character from High School of the Dead. I hate that anime.
The metal says, I mean, wearing an apron? Yes. Anything else with it? No.
It's like, I get there aren't very many anime with zombies in it, but something, some things just don't mix, and zombies and fan service is one of them,
Yeah.
at least for me.
Yes, and I do have safe search on.
You're gonna need it for High School of the Dead.
You do anime manga, you better have safe search on.
Yeah, because if your anime is fan service heavy on the fan service already, you're gonna need it for that and the fan art that comes with it.
That's fan safe search on. You get some risque ones, as you can see right there.
Yeah, High School of the Dead.
I'm not ready for another brain. Monsters Museum characters. Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about, Evan. Let's see. Okay, stop screen. Share. Let's share. Okay, let's see. Elric's here. Hey, Elric. Elric says, I remember this manga/anime. And he's saying hi to Evan. Evan's saying hi to Elric. And Elric saying this is true. Love cross. The metal says, weirdly enough, if you take away the fan service, it actually has one of the more realistic versions of zombies I've seen. It is a weird mix. All right, that Dillard says, and I'm ready for another Brandon. Rick, who's another Brandon? Elric says, I don't like the stories of High School of the Dead, but I love how the zombies worked. Elric says, no, Cross, don't do it. Laugh out loud. I think he's referring to what Evan was saying for next week. Or another Scott, says Dillard. Evan says High School of the Dead was a pretty good story. They could drop fan service. Raggedy's like, I don't know.
I'm sorry, but this is hard for me to get invested in your situation where you have a high school girl's underwear exposed while she's being eaten alive.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I got the things. I need I need the number 2 again with the door expanded that you did too, Dillard, John. Evan is talking about monster girls, inappropriate monster girls. Rick, did you get my email? That's laugh out loud, Rickety. We need a sea serpent drawn for Cats, Cult of Raven character creator. We're pretty much caught up on the chat. Yeah, but you haven't sent it yet, Dillard. You haven't sent number 2 again.
Oops.
As far as I know. Hey, Nighthawk, how are you? How was Gary's on whatever channel he was on?
Wait, I got it.
Well, I think the way I'm going to work the anime. Julie says, I only have 4 terabytes of space. It can't all be Rick Piper.
Good point.
I know.
I thought about going with red for this color scheme, but when I looked up red panda, it looked more like a raccoon than a panda, and
Yeah.
it wouldn't have worked. What I could probably do is go with a much darker red.
I know what I was saying. What I'm probably going to do for the anime stuff at this point is I'll have up the thing and half an hour to an hour beforehand, and the first person that gets in with a suggestion, as long as I can find good reference to it, is what I'll do.
Right.
Gets in and puts in a name.
Yeah. I mean, I know this is ripping off Mike's idea. I know this is ripping off Mike's idea from Drawn and Quartered. I mean, why not? Chester's doing it anyway. What you could do is have like a draw along and have it basically say, "This is going to be the anime character of the week," or anime of the week, I should say, and.
Oh yeah, John, if you want to go ahead with that contest that you were talking about, go ahead with it. I know you're saying about running it off your channel. Gary, Cowpucks. Awesome.
Really a thought.
Well, anime, manga, bullet. I'm doing whatever.
They intermingle, most of them.
Well, Rick, why do I have to watch you draw enormous torsos every single? You don't every single night. I'm not doing it every single night. Rick, why isn't Shinobi Hobo coloring the shield if he likes you so much? I don't know. Maybe he's got other stuff he's doing.
Yeah, there's that. Not to mention, I just discovered your channel like not too long ago. And I don't know how long you and Dillard have been working on this thing, so there's that.
Well, the Canadian Shield I've been probably working on for like 20 years, 30 years.
Yeah.
But,
so, right.
Yeah. Now, what was it? September, the beginning of September, I decided to. I had drawn it before and, did a whole lot of backgrounds with pictures from the internet.
Uh-huh.
And I decided I was going to redraw them and do the backgrounds the best I could.
Yeah.
Dillard's helping out a lot there.
Right.
And I got to find a colorist.
Yeah.
Who's willing to work for hopefully getting money off an Indiegogo. Yeah, I know. It's a little bit thinner. I misjudged things.
Yeah.
I went smaller at first, and then I went bigger, and
Yeah. But yeah.
sometimes it's hard to judge when I'm drawing something a little bit bigger than what.
Yeah.
And technically, I've been working on my whole Cross Comics universe for like 30 years.
Right.
20, 30 years, 25, 30 years.
Yeah, I get it.
Sounds about right.
Right.
And what's the wow about Nighthawk?
Okay. Oops.
Use
Wrong
more.
tool. Wrong tool. Dang it. No, that doesn't look right at all.
Yeah, Rick, Amazon won't let me send the cinnamon. Predator says no piano. Try .ca.
Look at that arm again.
Delete. Or make sure they deliver. Get one that, if you're going to do that, make sure they.
This is why I use references. Yeah.
Gets one that'll send to Canada. Some of them will. Okay, so let's see. But I wouldn't. I need the number to your dependable shipper. Hardy har har.
Right.
Ask Eagle says, ask this shinobi his opinion of the shadow.
Uh,
The pulp hero character, the shadow.
I have not really followed him, so it's hard for me to have an opinion on that character. I know there's a comic that Dynamite put out, but I haven't really been following that either.
Pope hero. Blasphemy. Says Evan. She's a delivery girl. Comic services. That's why you've wanted to make a couple, Dillard? No, you make graphic novels. Right, Dillard? Graphic novels are different than comics?
They are.
They're just big comics.
Well, most graphic novels, there's that, and most graphic novels tend to be their own self-contained stories. This is different from trade paperbacks, people.
Yeah. Floppies, as they call them.
Well, trade paperbacks are a series of floppies that make up a storyline.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Lorenzo. Lorenzo's here.
And seriously, comic book people, you really need to stop. If you're just gonna start writing for the sake of a to give us a trade paperback later on the line, just give us the trade.
Well, see, some people like collecting the floppies. Some people like collecting the trade paperbacks.
That's fine, but I mean that's fine, but if I'm looking at a floppy and I can tell this is intended for and it doesn't really, there's stuff that doesn't really make any sense. It's like, come on, try to trick me a little bit.
Well, let's see. Dylan says, this Shinobi bum is really getting hurt. Why does he think he can fight for the great and powerful? Everybody has their opinion or whatever. I'm not even sure what to call it in some cases. I don't know all the terminology. I know floppies, and I know there's the big books that sometimes they gather the floppies in, sometimes they do a straight two big version instead of putting it in floppies. Evan says he went to Barnes and Noble and overheard a woman ask where they kept the comics, and the clerk said, "What's a comic?"
Of course they'd say that.
And the woman started laughing.
That individual must have been stuck in a cave in Afghanistan for a year.
A year?
Or years. No offense to anybody who's lived in Afghanistan. Disclaimer: I am not disrespecting anybody who's lived in Afghanistan their whole lives. It's just, even if you haven't read a comic book, you should know what it is.
And especially if you're working in a bookstore. I would think, especially. It's like asking them, where's the sci-fi section? What's sci-fi?
You work in a bookstore, don't you? I need to figure out what I'm going to do with this. I need to figure out.
It says, what's a book?
Yeah, that seems to be where we're going nowadays. What's a book?
Dylan says, what does this guy have against Afghanistan? Rick, you said you wouldn't let any more pickets on your street. I didn't.
Okay, he said bigot, not racist, because according to some circles, that would be impossible for me due to my being black.
Well, some circles would be wrong.
It's their logic. I'm just using it.
Yeah, I know. Bullet said, Evan went to Barnes & Noble to pick up chicks, Eagle. And Evan says, I do love me some women who are smarter than me. Let's see. Eagle says, if that's true, Bullet, why didn't he pick up a shadow pulp as well? YouTube won't let me unblock John Dillard. I've tried multiple times, says Lorenzo. Okay, that's weird.
I thought you could block anybody on YouTube.
Well, he's talking about unblocking.
Oh. You know what? No. There we are.
Evan says, who is John Dillard? Dillard says, look at the SJW Shinobi trying to play the race card on an illegal Mexican. Metal's like, it is because YouTube is racist against Dillards. Yes, they are. Oh, it says this is why kids who have no need. Ugh. This is why kids need to have no tablet. Have no tablet between the ages of 0 and 10. What is my opinion on Sergio or whatever's art? I have no idea.
Who?
Sergio Argagon's art.
I have no idea who that is.
Me neither. Why don't you pronounce it Dayard? Dillard says Argonez. Well, I don't know anything about blocking or unblocking Lorenzo on YouTube. I've never blocked anybody.
Me neither. I just gotten down the concept of blocking people on Twitter.
I haven't even done that yet. I've just muted people on my channel, hidden. Well, I think they've been hidden or whatever, so they can't spew their racist. Not knowing that is seriously just as bad as not knowing what a comic is. It says.
Who's got the news on?
Turn me down, Mom. My mom's got me on the TV in the living room.
Oh.
The show. Dylan says, I still haven't figured out how to block Shinobi. Cross, what's your opinion on Sour Patch Kids cereal? Do you think Sour Patch Kids had a say in being sugared and eaten instead of just being gummies? I don't think they did. Elric. Now, as long as they should have kept them to, I don't know whether they did or not, so they should have, in doing it, they should have kept them to gummies and if they were just smaller gummies, and made sure they kept them to being sour as well. Otherwise, what's the sense in the cereal? Except to make a quick buck, because then they're not Sour Patch Kids or whatever. They're
That about sums it up.
they're Sweet Patch Kids.
But
That is lucid and well thought out answer. Now, okay, Shinobi. Are you okay, Elric? I'm not. Still not dying, Bullet. Says Elric. Metal says, yes, you are. Just very, 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 very slowly. Bull says, so brave. Stay strong, Elric.
stay strong.
And to retort, nor am I a woman, laugh out loud says thing. Elric, stunning and brave, says Bullet. Stunning and brave.
Oh, stupid toolbox. I can always sell it back.
Dillard says Shinobi is super brave to come on YouTube in his condition. For just 75 cents a month, you can help special little guys like Shinobi live healthy, normal lives. Elric says, Evan says Elric is a real hero. Lorenzo says, how many streams do you do each day, Rick? Mondays, I do 2. Tuesdays, I do 2. Wednesdays, I do 1. Thursdays, I do 2. Fridays, I do 1. Saturdays, depends. I may do a stream, but most of the time I don't.
Right.
And Sundays, I usually only do 1 as well.
Oh, I see. Interesting.
Well, that is a fairly long answer for you, Ulrich.
Hang on, I need to figure out a color scheme here.
Lorenzo says he's fur adjacent. Yeah, he's a scaly.
Interesting.
No. Lizard man, so he's going to be scaly, right?
Yeah, I guess.
We'll just scale him down for now. Oh, what now? It says Eric, Eric knows his furry. Well, I guessed it the one time on Misfit Hero Comics thing about it. It just so happened to be true. It's like, okay. I was surprised, but not surprised that it was true. Raggedy says, well, Rick was just at Hamilton FurryCon. No, I wasn't. I was at Hamilton Comic-Con. Comic-Con. Chameleon. Well, I guess I might not help my case saying that. Does that include cosplay or no? I have no idea. And Bullet says Rick Piper, the doctor of furology. Like I said, I guessed it once on thing. Just sort of made sense. Like I said, how can reptiles be furries when, they don't have fur?
Good point. It's not true.
You could just always guess, Evan, that bird things with feathers, people that want to dress up with stuff with feathers would be featheries. Rick says, I learn something new every day, even if it scares me.
Yeah. When did skin go out of fashion?
It's just your type of skin. Scaly skin, furry skin. Although technically, animals that have fur do have skin underneath their fur.
Yeah, which is why they're always getting skinned all the time. They're just really hairy. Most of them.
Yeah, you just can't see their skin.
Unless you shave them down completely.
Yeah.
But why would you do that? Unless you're in major pain.
Furries just make sense. They just make sense. Well, Bullet's misquoting me. Gillett saying, Rick, just because you guess something once, that doesn't mean you can go around claiming to be a doctor. I'm not. That's immoral, Rick. I'm not claiming to be a doctor. Raggedy says, but if you did have a fursona, Rick, what would it be? No, Rick says when Pokemon first aired on TV. Okay, I'm not sure what he means by that.
I didn't watch too much Pokemon.
I don't want to even think about what I'd be as a furry if I were a furry because I can't ever see myself being a furry. I get just too furious over it. That Elric saying when Pokemon first aired on TV is when skin went out of fashion. Laugh out loud.
Okay.
And
You mean it wasn't Ninja Turtles?
let's see. Lorenzo says, I like playing animal characters in role playing games, and I like animal characters like those on Tiny Toons, but I'm not a doctor of virology like Rick. I am not a doctor of virology.
There is a race of pandas you can play in World of Warcraft, or at least there was.
Yeah.
What was that? An upgrade? An update on your computer update?
Well, it was a notification on my tablet.
Oh.
Probably for either somebody going live on YouTube, doing something on YouTube, or possibly I don't know what.
Understandable.
Or, maybe, what's the name of it? Twitter.
Yeah.
Let's see. Dylan says, if I were a furry, I'd like to be something very homosexual like a Shinobi Wreck. Oh. Come on, Dylan. Can't you be nice? Or that. No. Eagle says, ask Shinobi Digimon or Pokemon, which is ask Shinobi whether Digimon or Pokemon is superior. Which would you consider superior, Pokemon or Digimon?
Well, in terms of show, I liked what I saw of Digimon, which was the first season or the first group of kids who got their Digimon. But I didn't see any after that.
Let's see. I've seen a bit of I've seen season 1. I think all of. I like Digimon more myself, and I've seen part of season 2. I think. Let's see. And then Metal says skin went out of fashion all the way back in the River Valley societies like ancient Egypt. Bullet says Digimon. Ulrich says
What did they keep putting animal heads on all their statues?
Well, they associated different gods with different animals.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It was pretty common for the time.
At least for Egypt. Let's see. Digital Monsters says Bullet. Lorenzo says, did someone dress up like Cyberfrog at the con? Not the one that I was at. Digimon are the champions, says Elric. Raggedy says the correct answer is Thunder! Thunder! Thundercats! Ho!
Thundercats is awesome.
Yeah, well, the original and the 2012 remake, I think it was, or 2011.
Yeah.
Were good. Thundercats Roar? I don't think so. Yeah. Although I don't think it's ever aired yet, but
it's supposed to be I think it's supposed to be airing at some point next year, but I could be wrong. But yeah, when I saw that trailer, I was like, you couldn't have possibly watched the show, and this is what you got.
Let's see. Dillard says Shinobi brings a lot of information to this stream. His presence compliments Rick complete ignorance of anime, and he is a valuable member of the show. Oh, geez, that's nice of you to say, Dillard.
Well, you wanted him to say something nice.
Yes. Bullets. Metal says Monster Ranger. Eagle says, Rick, with Bullets, Geodude, a Pokemon, or a Digimon? I have no idea.
Considering I have no idea what that is, I don't think that's a Digimon. I mean, a Digimon.
No, he's saying Bullet from our chat. Something that I think he did or whatever.
But yeah, yeah, I don't. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know what a Geodude is. I mean, I did watch the Detective Pikachu movie and learned what a Squirtle was, and a mime, and a
There'll be
Psyduck.
no squirtling on my show. Joking. Okay, let's see. Alex Evan says, "What's all this pocket monster nonsense?" Alex says, "Laugh out loud." Eagle, isn't God both portrayed as a lion and a lamb? Is God a furry? No, it's just symbolism.
Yeah, they talk in metaphors a lot.
Because the lion of the tribe of Judah, and the lamb is because of the sacrificial lamb that needed to be given to for the sin covering in the Old Testament.
Yeah.
Dillard says, I believe Dillard's Geodude was a living piece of can't be worse than season 2, says Bullet Laugh Out Loud. Nighthawk says, I'm back from Mike's live stream. Good. Did you tell everybody to come over here, Nighthawk? Alric says, Laugh Out Loud. Nighthawk says, how is everyone? Hi, Alric.
I think I did see Monster. I think I did see Monster Ranchers when it was out.
Let's see. Evans, what's a Geodude? Alric, hello, Nighthawk. John was so nice before. Says JP4. Evan says, oh yeah. When is the Pokemon rematch? Nighthawk says, how are you, Alric? Alric says, hello, JP. JP says, I have to go to bed. My wife says so. Okay, good night, JP. Eagle says the best price piece from season was Skittle Battle or Scribble Battle or whatever it's called. Hey, Nighthawk, says Lorenzo. Alric says good. Metal says, here is a hint. The name doesn't end in Mon. It probably the opposite choice of Digimon. Lorenzo says, I bet there's a furry ministry. Probably is. Lorenzo says, hi. Nighthawk says, hi to Lorenzo. Lorenzo says, there's a Christian anime page I follow on Twitter. I am drawing an anime character. And I think hopefully. No, that's not.
Speaking of,
Evan, tell him what I'm drawing. Tell him the character I'm drawing.
Speaking of Christian and anime, did you ever watch this one called? I think it was called Superbook.
I've heard of it. I've watched little bits of it.
That and this other one called Flying House that featured these kids that would go back to biblical times, and you'd see those events unfold.
Yeah, I guess that's good. I'd like to see some more stuff for Christian anime that isn't necessarily biblical stuff, and just telling biblical stories.
Not really sure.
The only reason what were you going to say?
Oh, given that anime has such a connect with their culture, with their cultural background, with their culture, you're probably not going to see it.
Yeah. Well, somebody could do the style. Therein lies the question. If it's not drawn in Japan, but it's done in the style of anime and it's done, on paper, is it manga? and or if it's done,
Anime. Yeah, I guess people are having a hard time classifying Avatar.
or if it's like done not in Japan. Is it manga, anime? Given the respect, anime is animation. But if it's done in a style, I know
Yeah.
some argue that it's not anime as long as if it's not done in Japan.
Technically, it is.
It's just done in the style. Nighthawk says we don't watch anime. I'm not a big anime watcher either, Nighthawk, but people on my channel like it, so I draw it to the best of my ability.
But then again, there's a lot of stuff from the '80s were animated in Japan. So, what do you make of that?
Hmm. I personally, I would say if it's done in the anime style, it's anime, or manga. You know what I mean? Metal says, I'm assuming that he was told to draw Seku from high school of the dead all women in the show are perverts. Sekio. Is this a revelation of Evan's character? Since he's the one that got me to draw this? Lorenzo says he took Japanese in college. I can't remember much of the language, but the instructor was Christian. She didn't seem to know much about the native Shinto religion. Uh huh.
That's fine.
Yeah. It's, but I'm sure they could create a Christian story out of anime or whatever, ongoing anime that isn't you know biblically based. Okay, Nighthawk, awesome. Ulrich says that's awesome. You took the Japanese as a class, Lorenzo. Yeah, I know about that. There is an anime slash manga Bible out there, Bullet saying. They actually have that in our bookstore at church or our library, I should say, not bookstore.
I see.
Bookstores insinuates you can buy. You can just borrow. So it's a library.
Although most libraries probably have stuff you can buy, but it's usually just to take out for a few days and then bring them back.
Mm. Every so often, our major library in Hamilton they have sale. They get it so you can buy, books that they're getting rid of or whatever.
Right. I mean, right.
But other than that, The metal says it's really hard to call Shinto a religion. You would call it that compared to other beliefs in the world, but it doesn't line up well in isolation.
Well,
And
doesn't it have some? Well, doesn't Shinto have some basis around Buddha?
yeah, well, there's the thing. Religion is just the do's and don'ts of one's usually the practices of one's belief system.
I mean, it's been a while since I've checked that out.
Lorenzo said he had a difficult time with Japanese. There are 3 different writing systems, and there are different ways of speaking depending on how respectful one wishes to be.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I mean, from what I understand, that's important to know, especially when you're dealing with the workplace and like there's a certain word that it means hello, but you have to say it differently. But you have to say it in a different way because you're addressing a superior.
Yeah, I get yeah. Uh, Bullet says just steal it. I guess the stuff at church. That wouldn't be very nice. And other people don't have access to it.
Thou shalt not
And they do,
steal.
and they do take down, your name when you're borrowing it.
Yeah. Thou shalt not steal, you filthy pirate.
Let's see. Elric says, well, Disney found a way to do live remakes of classic Disney movies. They're doing live play of all the songs from The Little Mermaid, but the movie, when the songs are in ABC, right? Mr.
I mean, Disney making plays out of their stuff, isn't new. I mean, we've said. I remember in '90. I remember in the late '90s, I went to Broadway to see the Lion King, and that was good. A few years back, I saw a Beauty and the Beast play, which was based off of Disney's version.
Uh, yeah.
I wish they'd lay off the live action remakes though.
Evan says, who wants to hear an insane fact about the 2003 Teen Titans show? And Metal says, the series of superstitions, it has a series of superstitions, but it lacks real dogma. It's kind of like proto-religion that stagnated there. Most Japanese aren't even observers religiously, but yet still culturally. Lorenzo says Shinto was in Japan before Buddhism. My understanding is that Shinto is based around the idea that everything has a spirit or kami, pronounced kami. Well, that ain't good. How it's pronounced. I think even objects. That sounds like almost Native American a little bit. Because, they have all that too.
Well, they did come over here from Asia, reportedly, supposedly.
Yeah, but who knows when.
Yeah.
I actually probably would think probably close to the time of possibly the flood.
I mean,
After the flood, technically. Noah.
The history books I've read didn't exactly pinpoint a date when they came over here. Just that they
Yeah.
that's that they walked. That just said how they got across.
Or actually, it probably would have been more after the Tower of Babel, not after Noah. Just because that's when things people
That
started dispersing.
yeah. That that's when the people over town. Yeah, that's when the people got spanked hard and they had to leave because they couldn't talk to each other.
They could talk to each other, just could understand each other. Evan says in the opening credits, the end in Titans was miscolored. It changes from orange
Damn it.
to blue. Kenji says, Bullet, I think you are a treasure, Evan. Simply a delight. Fascinating. Raggedy says, fascinating, Evan. How did you learn this? Bullet says, Bullet. Evan says, Bullet, you're the best. Metal says, yes, according anything could be Kame. Mount Fuji is Kame. Even the Emperor is a Kame. But but so
Okay.
can hot springs and weather. Bullet says he was picking up chicks, Raggedy, and it came up. Evan says it's a secret. Lorenzo says, I don't want to be disrespectful if it's a slur, but I think various religions that teach in it everything that has a spirit used to be referred to atheism. Well, I don't know. Bullet says hard spanking. Elric says, wait, the Teen Titans cartoon, the not ungodly Teen Titans Go, right, Evan? Evan says correct. Bullet says, I am called Gummy You. Bullet is my slave name. Square. Let's see. Lauren says, I think animus is Latin for soul, so animation is bringing cartoon images to life.
That's how it's described.
So, people, I'm done the character, but Skunk Girl said that she would like a couple of my characters on the Joker cards on his card. Which characters do you think I should put?
Hmm.
If you know my characters, some of you guys won't. Well, or will not. Lorenzo Metal says Lorenzo. Anima means life or motion. Lorenzo says, I'm an Altarian, not a Sleestack. Sleestack is my slave name.
Okay.
That would make sense. I feel pain, your pain. Lorenzo, I felt Latin and I dropped out. Both of you know I cannot read a word. Thanks. The metal says Lorenzo. Oh, Bullet, you're doing colors for Xander, right? What colors are you using? Can you show me a concept of what colors you're using for him? I'd like to color this for Flit as well. let's focus on Shinobi there for a minute. See, so people can see what he means. I just threw in flats. I haven't decided on colors. Flit told me to go with my heart. Okay. Well, let me know when you do. That way I can color in. That in. And Metal says, animus is the unconjugated word, so it can use that for definitions, but you won't often see it unless it's attached to an abstract. You will almost always conjugate it with anima.
Right.
Evan says, Flit is trolling Bullet. He doesn't have a heart. Let's say either black and purple or yellow and purple. And if I don't do that, then it doesn't matter. Yeah, it does. Well, it's how you put the colors too. So just whenever you get done, it's not a big rush. Flit's got to make sure there's post office box, and I don't even have the money to send it to him at the moment anyways. All the stuff.
Right.
But anybody for the cards for the Joker? You guys can see this. You're seeing Shinobi, which is good. Anybody for ideas for the cards that the Joker's holding? What cross comics characters? Cool. Insecto and Xylo. Well, Xylo's not my character. That's JP4's character, Raggedy. And I hope everybody's hit that like and shared this out as well. Evan says, I have graded my intellectual status from super genius to super dumb. I mean, wicked dumb. It says,
Wile E. Coyote, super genius.
Raggedy says, quite a large swing there, Evan. Okay, nobody wants to contribute. I thought I'd give people a chance to contribute. Well, Raggedy contributed, I shouldn't say. People don't want to. It's a question of who do I draw?
Fill those sunglasses a little more.
Oh, you missed the question, Bullet. I said on the card here, for the two cards the Joker is holding, which two characters of mine do you think I should draw? Insecto and the Canadian Shield. They are the coolest. Says Metal. Bangor is a tiny town considering how much I hear. Snake bite and trouble charger. They're not mine. I don't know who those are. The smelly goat man and the bear woman.
Hmm.
I just made them up. Laugh out loud says
Oh, I see.
Bullet. I'm going with somebody who wasn't trying to troll me.
I guess that rules out Dillard.
Dillard didn't even. I don't think Dillard's still here. Although we got 13 people watching, which is good.
Yeah.
Tumbleweed and Ghost Pepper. Hey, Trusty.
Hi, Trusty. What's up?
And Trusty says he's just lurking. Nah. Guess you decided not to come on then today? Twig, branch, and sticks. It's all right. Relentless has a villain name. Dove says, I had to leave. Shinobi's voice was causing me vertigo. Wow, vertigo sitting down. That must be real traumatizing, Dillard.
Right.
You won't find the keys to type. Or you'll just misspell all your words. I don't think you're getting vertigo because you were spelling good earlier. Tumbleweed, Bullet says Tumbleweed is a desert trooper, while Ghost Pepper is a spicy Italian lady. Sounds interesting, Bullet. And Trusty is saying, hey guys, back. I can make up dumb characters all day. Draw Squeaker and 8. I've already started drawing the Canadian Shield and Insecto, John.
Coming along nicely there, aren't we? Oh, y'all can't see.
Bullet says he can make dumb characters all day. Oh, that's good.
I don't know about you, but I find dumb characters the most difficult to make.
And then he says, tell Shinobi to draw Squeaker and Dave to stop tracing. He's not tracing, he's coloring.
Yeah, tracing would require the drawing that I did to actually resemble Goku a little more, and I would have had to have blown it up.
We're not going to go to there. We're not going to Goku there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's ha 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 ha. What about bizarre characters? What about Widowmaker? I think that's actually a character bullet by somebody. Maybe even Marvel or DC. Bullet traces all day, says Dillard. That's why he isn't getting any better. Oh,
Youch.
okay, let's see. Let's see what we got for coloring. Got a little bit of coloring to do here. Not a lot, just a little. I need some red. I need some gray. And we need some yellow. Dillard says Rick never traces. That's why he's already better than Dillard. Bullet says Rick is the master. I hate you. Bullet says Evan. What about Junji? Okay, I'm not sure who Junji is.
I don't even know who that is.
Rick needs to stop tracing legs so he can get better at them.
Jeez. It's not tracing allegations going around tonight.
Bullet says, I hope to be on his level one day, but I just want darn much. The trollers.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is red. See what I can do with this.
Let's see.
I should have got my orange too.
What would the color be?
Hey everyone, don't forget to like this video and share this video so more people can come and create enjoy the great content created
Yeah,
by
because
Tom.
because YouTube's notification system ain't all that great.
Yeah. And you're gonna John, are you gonna be running that coloring contest or not? Oh, it's just me going through my markers, Elric. Some blue. Fun fact: Cross Comics is the only real Christian creator. No, so and there. I don't believe in God. So, how can I help?
This is going to have a lot of layers. Oh, it does.
No one's talking to you. Anybody can help. We take help from whoever we can. We don't disparage people much.
Come on.
Evan says status update. Evan equals wicked smart. Smack.
Situation normal. All fouled up.
What should I'm up to none. I think Dillard's up to one up to shenanigans. I don't know.
When isn't he?
Okay, so there I went with Canadian Shield and Insecto on the cards, people. I do.
No. I don't like that at all.
So there's that done. Another sketch card done. Elric's floating shoes. What do you mean by floating shoes?
He wouldn't happen to be talking about the shoe that clearly flew off of off of our character's foot when she was kicking, would he?
Now, see the shoe. This character is so good that the shoe has been thrown up to the air, and he's gonna kick it, get it right onto his feet, kick it onto his foot, something like that. You know, jump right into his shoe while it's in midair. How's that? That's even better. That's even better. I think, but it's up to you, obviously.
Well, if Sakura from Street Fighter can do it, I don't see why she can't.
Bullet says the shoe is on the other foot. We're not gonna shoot anybody away.
Oops. I need to put that on another layer.
We're not boot that here. Bullet says, I don't. I'm not sitting at the right hand of the Father. I am the mighty right hand of the Orthodox Church. He kicked off his sock too. Gross.
Put that on later.
Ulrich says, but that shoe has been launched from the foot to the opponent. Then Shinobi Raccoon lands his foot inside the shoe after definitely skilled. So what does everybody have planned for tomorrow? Tomorrow. It's only 14 minutes away. Well, what were you going to say, Shinobi?
Remember to share this stream.
Yeah. No, I was just saying, what are you asking everybody what they're doing tomorrow? Yeah, I thought you were going to say something, but.
I'm probably, as for me, I'm probably going to work on that thing for drawn in quarter just as I figure out what it is I want to draw.
Cool. Bullet says, "Are you thinking what I'm thinking?" Actually, Bullet's already in tomorrow.
I think so, Brave, but where do we find rubber pants our size?
Bullet says, "Poor kid. His mom buys his shoes that are too big, and says you'll grow into them." And Elric says, "We're going to the pie shop and replace them all with pumpkin pies."
Oh, that sounds cool.
And Dillet says, "I think I am. I think I am. I think I am."
I think I can. I think I can. Yeah, I think I'll replace it.
Okay, you know what? I think I'm going to end for the night. It's 12 minutes to midnight. So
Yeah, it's a good time to wrap up.
I'm done. I think you're close to done too, if not done.
Yeah,
So you want to promote yourself there?
sure thing. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, DeviantArt, all at Shinobi Raccoon. I will also be putting out a. I'll be also be putting out a comic based on my Shinobi concept on Webtoons soon, and check my streams on DLive.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And well, I'd like to thank everybody for stopping by. Myself, thank Shinobi for coming on, chatting, and all that stuff. We'll be here at noon tomorrow, drawing up page 17 of the Canadian Shield. Number 1. I don't think there's much more to say. Check out all my links in the description, my Patreon, my store. There's all sorts of stuff there that everybody will like. And I guess that's it for now. So we'll catch you all later. Bye for now. God bless. Have a great and wonderful day.
Have a good evening.
And that's it. Okay. Bye bye.
Put that down.